Hey everyone, Josh here. Today I'm excited to share with you some of the custom Gundam models I recently got from Japan. Now I know many of you have been curious about the custom Gundam scene in Japan, so I'm here to give you a sneak peek. Also, if you didn't know, I went to Japan for 90 days pretty much all over the country just for all things Gunpla, so I promise I know a good bit of information. With that out of the way, let's get started. Now you might be wondering, how expensive are customs in Japan? Well, it varies. I can tell you almost all of the customs I bought were less than $25, which is pretty cheap, but I also spent as much as $80, and I've seen some that go way higher than that. But overall, I'd say you can definitely find some affordable customs out there with varying degrees of quality. Speaking of quality, the custom Gundam scene in Japan is really diverse, so you will have builders who focus on recreating iconic designs with their own twists, or others who push the boundaries with what even is possible with Gundam, and others who just simply give them a cool little paint job. So if you want to see the types of things you can buy from Japan for around the $20 to $80 range, here are all the customs and or pre-built Gunpla I bought from Japan. Before I show you my haul, let's quickly answer the question, how do you buy custom Gundam models in Japan? Well, it's a bit complicated. You can either do a lot of research before going, like you are doing in this video, or explore Japan and find places that sell customs, which can be really fun, but you may not have the time either to do it. Today I'll be sharing a couple of methods like this. One way is to explore and simply type Gundam into Google Maps wherever you are in Japan. I will say I have visited over 100 Gunpla shops at random. Only 15 out of the 100 stores I visited sold customs, but that number increases to more like 50 out of 100 if they're pre-built. Alternatively, you can buy online, but I prefer buying in person, which 90% of my haul was bought in person because it's more fun in my opinion, and you can get much better deals potentially. So if you wanted to shop online for customs and you're in the US, you can use a proxy service like Buy to get Japan goods delivered internationally. If you're in Japan or planning to go there, sites like Mercari Japan are great. You might need the Google Translate extension for these sites, by the way. And yeah, I would just ask whoever's hosting you, if you're staying in Japan at a hotel or Airbnb, just ask them if they can have stuff delivered to their address. Once you've set everything up, just search up for custom Gundam or Gunpla. You may need to use different wording, or you may even have to search in Japanese to find what you want, and also you can bargain with sellers. I often got discounts of 500 to 1,000 yen off by bargaining a little bit in Japanese. I also did want to mention Yahoo Auctions Japan is another site, but it's tough for foreigners to use, so I'd stick to other sites unless you live in Japan. Now on to finding stores. I'll mention most of the stores I found in the haul section of this video, but let me share an example. So I stumbled upon a store called Volks Osaka Showroom while exploring Osaka. It's like a marketplace with glass displays where anyone can sell their stuff, which is really cool, and I found something that I liked for a really good price. Their system is simple. You just write down what you want essentially on a piece of paper, hand it to a staff member, they'll show you the item up close to further inspect it and to see if you're still happy with it, and then you just buy it. Simple as that. I'll also eventually show you guys some raw shopping footage in the future, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to see the types of customs, their prices, and where to find them in Japan, keep watching to see my personal haul. Unboxing some of my stuff here. I want to show you what this car looks like that I'm bringing back. Gotta drive for 4 hours. And yeah, this is all my stuff filled to the brim with goodies. Definitely needed all of this. This is a very necessary thing to be happy in life, right? To be happy. I did not need all this.
Alright, let's check out the haul here. We got some fish figures here. And look at this guy's 5,500 yen. That's about 35 bucks. Sorta. Let's see.
So this is the Lindworm that I found pre-built at a book off for around $35. This is pretty much the ideal for me since almost every inbox Lindworm I saw was more like $50 to $60. And this was cheaper and pre-built, which saves me time, and I wanted to do a custom for it, so I just need to take it apart and save it for a future project. It also included all its accessories and another bag. Pretty solid buy, I'd say.
This guy was a big purchase, one of my biggest purchases actually. 8,500 yen. It comes with a stand and everything. It's like an Avalanche X here, but red.
This guy here is the Gundam Avalanche, a Straya Type F, aka the Red Avalanche. This was the same book off and may have been an impulse buy, and now that I'm looking at the full kit online, it seems like he's missing a couple things, or maybe I just haven't opened all my stuff yet, but extremely unique pre-built, and I just had to buy it.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. Mat cutter. This is a lot smaller than my current mat cutter, so we'll see what happens there.
I remember I bought this just because it was basically free since I needed like 500 more yen for tax free, and I just wanted more gun variety for customs possibility. But yeah.
I guess it's gonna be a custom for him. I can't forget. It's been a while. MGX Impulse. I already have this guy. It's card on me a little bit here, but see, it's really thickly panel line here. How thick it look my anime style. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that back. Okay, so I took them out of the bag, and it's actually a custom Zort right here. Pretty cool.
This is a custom Zort that I found at Tam Tam Hobby Shop, an awesome shop I will feature in a future video. But anyway, I believe this was around 15 to 20 bucks. I doubt I'd pay more than that since I'm not in love with it, but I thought it was cool enough, and I was really hyped for Armored Core 6 at the time. And yeah, it kind of filled that niche. I might add more to it in the future project, but yeah, that's it for now.
Got this really cheap part separator, really cheap. So it was like 7 bucks in the USA Gundam store, and it's only like 2 bucks here, so I got that one. It's a really cool thing. This is kind of hard to find, but it was super cool. It was like 10 bucks though. It was this Gundam Universe logo that you can just stick on anywhere on one of your stands. I think it'll look sick. Definitely happy I bought this and found it. We got this custom here. Let's check it out. Yes, this is the one I found in Fukushima, I believe. Yeah, I think it was Fukushima, and I saw him in a cool display and stuff. So I was like, oh wait, he was kind of cheap. He wasn't that cheap, but he was kind of cheap. So let's build him up here and see how he looks. I just want to say, I'm impressed with the subtle detailing. I really like that red right there. There's just some cool stuff on this guy overall. That's pretty nice details.
I was kind of getting into Zaku's, and this was a Tri-Star Zaku, and I wanted to collect all those Tri-Stars. And I don't know if I got all of them, but it was a decent price. And I believe it was around $35 at a book off in Fukushima. By the way, gonna vlog in Fukushima soon, TM. But yeah, it was cool.
This is the stand for this guy right here. Here, I'll lift it up for you. Move on. This looks like a bunch of the Lindworms parts. It's gonna be now. Let's got this monster under kitty. Kinda cute. Bunch of customs again. Oh boy, this really is Christmas. Shield. Oh, this is a nice semi-matte coat, I think. So it feels like. It feels like metal, to be honest. Oh, I keep pulling pieces of them. There she is. Oh, she feels super nice. Oh, I remember finding this guy. Oh, I was so happy when I found this guy. I'm like, yes, that looks like exactly the type of just the colors I wanted. Oh, and this guy is so clean. He was pretty cheap too. Can't remember exactly. Oh, I was so happy when I found this guy. This guy looks sick, dude. I love him. Oh, he's so clean. He actually has like a really nice finish to him too. All really nice water slides. Whoever did this one, really good job.
I think I said everything that needs to be said. Cool, just the custom. I believe it was around 40 to 50 bucks though, in a book off.
Alright, so this guy is. Oh, this one. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You've never seen anything like this before. Custom Justo. Yeah, he's pretty cool, I'd say. Give you a better look at him here.
This is another custom Jester that's pretty highly detailed that I actually bought off Mercari Japan for around $40, so quite a bit for high grade, but I have to say it's one of my favorites that I bought. I'm planning on making a Jester Squad diorama, and this guy is definitely the squad leader, or the centerpiece I'd say. Really love the detail on this guy and the added guns on him. The guns are super highly detailed as well. Paint separation is really nice. Overall, love this guy.
This guy, dude, this is pretty cool. Super cool. Okay, that's it. You guy here got this from Hobby Tam Tam Shop. Good. Does anyone think I like Justos quite a bit? Yeah, got it. Nice. Yeah, I found this at Hobby Tam Tam Shop and got some awesome customs. This was not bad at all. I think it was probably 15-20 bucks as well. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. And I was thinking to put this guy in just our GM squad next to this guy possibly over here. So another cool purchase. Looks like we got a bigger boy. I don't think this one's mine though, but I do want to take a peek at it here. Man, there's a quick look at him. Zaku Cannon. There's 2 more guys here. Got one here. $1. This guy was pretty cool. I found him on Japan Mercari. I think he was about 20 bucks. He's got a really nice finish, as you can see. Very pearlescent, very shiny. Based off the Michaelis Gundam, if you're on reference, that's what he looks like normally.
So again, this is a custom Michaelis from Makari, Japan, and I think he's more like 25 bucks. I plan on making a custom myself, but the more Holy Knight version, and just have these two facing off each other in a diorama. I think it'll be really cool.
I got this bad boy, highly customized. He has so many loose parts, but when I saw him, I was like, holy moly, look at that gun and stuff. This is what it looks like normally, so you can see humongous difference when we start opening. I got this at Tam Tam Hobby Shop, and it doesn't look perfect, so I feel like whoever this was sold it because they weren't happy with how it looked. But maybe they were just practicing or something, but it looks really nice. There's definitely some imperfections I've seen, like on this right here, and it's got a lot of loose, but really cool. I love the finish on this guy too, that metallic blue. Panel lining is a little bit weird to me, but it's definitely really cool. Let me see if I can get them together here. Okay. That took me like 15-20 minutes to finish, but holy moly. Comparison here, there is some quite outstanding.
So this was a highly customized master grade Marasai that was priced at only $25. I could argue that the customized gun alone could be worth that much, so this felt like a steal for a whole master grade. This was also found at Tam Tam Hobby Shop, but yeah, this guy had so many nice details all over, but I also think it was just someone's practice Gunpla, but I still think it's pretty cool. For 25 bucks, this is an amazing deal, I'd say.
I did get something cool here, but I want to rapid fire things because I had a lot of things for friends. This thing, I wasn't like super happy with it, but it was only $5. So he's a little, I thought he was in a permanent pose. You know, he's kind of glued here, but yeah, it was only labeled $5 because it was considered junk, and some people's junk I consider treasure, so.
I think this was the only thing I could buy with a diorama that I saw in Japan. I'm curious though, how much would you guys buy this for? Would you do the same and buy it for $5 like me? I'm just curious if I'm the only one that thought it was cool since it was labeled as junk at, once again, Tam Tam Hobby Shop. I personally thought $5 for the diorama itself was worth, so let me know in the comments below what you think.
There's a couple of things I wanted to add before I gave my friends, so I'm going to speak on it real quick. Alright, this is the Gundam Factory Gundam basic people. I also got from the Gundam Factory Eco People gun tank here. Got this from my friends. I somehow found some Halo on there, very cheap. Not as cheap, but definitely cheap as we went on. This one as well right here. Surprise buy from me. Mostly just surprise buys. But this was a goal of mine to find this Dialga plush, and I found it really cheap, 2.5 months to finally find this guy there. Now this one's, I don't know if it's a custom exactly, but it is extremely well done, whatever it may be. This is the EW Heavy Arms Custom, I believe. Something like that. And yeah, he is quite the beaut here, I'd say. Looks very good. Whoever detailed this did a very nice job.
So I found out this was a third-party kit actually, and it's probably better and cheaper than the actual kit itself, funny enough. But yeah, this guy was around $30, and I think this guy is rock solid in frame and detail. So I really love this guy. The silvering, the part separation, everything is great. He's just missing some accessories, but I'm still really happy I got him.
Okay, next, I believe this is the GP03. Very professionally done once again. This has a very nice shading airbrush technique to it.
So I actually don't know much about this, and I feel like it may not even be a model kit. All I know is that it has a shading technique to it and that it's the GP03 Gundam. That's pretty much all I know. I feel like it's metal parts when I touch it, but I just really can't tell. It's just so professionally done. If it's plastic, whoever did it did such a nice job. So if you know anything about this and if it looks like it's not a model kit, please do let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious where to find this thing or what it even is.
Just I really like this guy. The only thing that's a little weird is the gun looks very experimental, so I'm not sure if I like that. And the hands are like glowing blue. Besides that, I really like this Jesta, the color scheme, the orange, whites, and grays. Yeah. You know, now that I see it in the light more, it really looks experimental, or they were going for a weathered look. But you can see it's kind of like some weird scribbles here. And yeah, so yeah, I'm still pretty happy about it.
This one was found in Volk's Osaka showroom, another really cool store, and yeah, like I mentioned, I actually like this guy quite a bit besides the gun in hands, but I can't complain really because this was only $16. I feel like this guy belongs in a Star Destroyer in space somehow, but that's just the vibes it gives me. I might also just go paint the hands and gun myself later down the line, but again, pretty happy with this buy, and I think it was solid.
Alright, here is another custom. I was questioning on getting this guy, but I was like, man, he's too cheap, and he looks pretty decent. It is this little Titans GM custom here.
This was bought at the same place and around the same price as the previous one. You can kind of tell by the same style as the gun in hands. This might be the only Gunpla custom that I kind of regret buying, but it's not too bad either. It was only $16 again, so I'm not too unhappy nor too happy about it.
This was the first Gundam I found out that prebuilts can actually be pretty cheap, so I believe I got this guy for around 25 bucks. So yeah, that's probably the best look you're gonna get out of him right here.
Nothing too much to say about this Trans Am Dynamez, but it was kind of the spark to me buying a lot of the customs and pre-builts you have seen already. This was the first countryside Gunpla I bought and realized that they're pretty cheap compared to the cities I was buying at earlier. But besides that, this is just the rare pre-built I decided to get. Don't necessarily love it or regret it, but it is kind of cool too, so yeah.
Can you guess what's next? You guessed it, another Jester. Let's see, this guy's kind of weathered. I didn't like the weathering on this guy too much. I never really liked brown weathering, but I thought for the price he was pretty decent, and I'm trying to make like a little army of Jestas.
Another Jester I found at Otakarato Market Machi Daten. I actually really like this guy and he was around $25, and even though I don't love the weathering, I do not think it's not that bad either. But yeah, another solid color scheme I'd say with all these Jestas. I think I'm going to be able to make a really cool diorama with all of them, hopefully soon to show you guys, but probably not for a bit. Also, I just wanted to say, Justas aren't the only customs you can find, but I will say they were probably the most common custom I found in Japan. And that is going to about do it for my haul, and I'm going to make a guide for almost all of Japan for buying anything Gunpla related in the future, so please subscribe to stay tuned for that and a bunch more Gunpla content. Also, like and comment to support me with the algorithm and support me emotionally and mentally. Anytime I see nice comments from you guys, it really motivates me to keep making cool videos for you guys, so please show your support if you have the time. Anyway, I hope you learned for your upcoming trips or just to feed your Gunpla addiction, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.